On the 30th of November 2025, something massive happened. The Metro Tunnel finally opened, a project Melbourne has been waiting 8 long years for. But this isn't just about the 5 new impressive stations. This marks a major shift in how people move throughout the CBD, the biggest change since the City Loop opened in the 1980s. I was lucky enough to ride on the very first passenger train through the tunnel between Sunbury and Melbourne. In this video, we'll look at how the project was planned and built, why Melbourne needed it, the benefits it introduces, a walkthrough of all 5 new stations, and an overall review of how the Metro Tunnel will improve Melbourne's entire transport system. Planning for the Metro Tunnel began in 2015, with major works kicking off in 2017. Swanston Street became one of Australia's largest construction zones as crews dug foundations for the 5 new stations and twin tunnels, a $12.8 billion project. Before tunnelling began in 2019, large acoustic sheds were created to limit noise. Beneath Swanston Street, the tunnels reach almost 40 metres deep, making them some of Victoria's deepest transport infrastructure. Engineers had to navigate a web of underground services and the existing City Loop. 4 massive tunnel boring machines were used. Each was 120 metres long and fully equipped for crews to carve the 2 9-kilometre tunnels between South Yarra and South Kensington, completing their journey in 2021. For decades, all 16 suburban lines were bottlenecked by just 4 City Loop tracks, causing overcrowding, delays, and limiting service. Shifting some lines out of the loop wasn't enough for Melbourne's ever-growing population. The Metro Tunnel now provides the capacity the city needs. The Sunbury, Cranbourne and Pakenham lines bypass the loop entirely, freeing up more space for trains on the Upfield, Craigieburn and Frankston lines. High-capacity signalling is used in the tunnel, which works similar to adaptive cruise control, safely spacing out trains while allowing them to run more closely together, paving the way for turn-up-and-go frequency. The Metro Tunnel opened on November 30, 2025. The full impact comes on the 1st of February 2026, when Sunbury, Cranbourne and Pakenham trains permanently shift to the new tunnel. Arden is the first stop after the western entrance to the Metro Tunnel, located beneath what is soon to be a major residential and employment precinct in Melbourne's inner north. The station is more than a stop, it is a foundation for the future Arden precinct and a bold symbol of how the area will change. What immediately grabs your attention in Arden is its dramatic entrance, a grand sequence of 15 soaring brick arches, each crafted from concrete segments and lined with more than 104,000 locally manufactured bricks, all laid by hand. These arches rise high above street level, evoking the industrial character and heritage of North Melbourne, acknowledging the area's past as rail yards, factories and brickworks, while ensuring the design looks modern in the current day. But the brick aesthetic doesn't just stop at the entrance. Inside Arden Station, the same feel continues surface to concourse and down to the platform, showing how all the elements of the station are interconnected. Once underground, the station remains far from gloomy. 3 central skylights channel natural light into the paved concourse and down to the platforms below, that have an open design, prioritising daylight and passenger comfort over the feel of a normal underground station. On platform level, Arden features all the modern amenities of the new stations: platform screen doors, lifts, escalators for accessibility, wide platforms, clear signage, hearing loops, accessible toilets, and other inclusions to ensure the station is fully accessible to anyone. On opening day, it is clear Arden will be quieter than the other stations, but over time, the area will become a major suburb within Melbourne. Parkville sits in the centre of Melbourne's medical and academic precinct, one of the busiest pedestrian zones in the city. It marks the first time rail will serve this area directly, ending decades in which hospital staff, patients, students and uni commuters relied almost entirely on trams or buses. The station features 4 entrances, the main on Grattan Street, right outside the campus of the University of Melbourne, and the others on the corners of Grand Street and Royal Parade, positioned to give direct access to the major hospitals including the Royal Melbourne and the Peter Macmillan Cancer Centre. One of the standout innovations at Parkville is the pedestrian underpath beneath Royal Parade, which allows people to move between the university and hospital precincts by walking underground rather than risking the busy surface intersection. Once inside, the station's concourse has been designed as a true street beneath a street, thanks to the 54-metre long glass and steel canopy above the main entrance. Natural light pours deep into the concourse. Beyond just being a transport hub, the concourse contains a variety of passenger amenities, ticket machines, retail shops, eateries, customer service counters, accessible toilets, and generous access to lifts and escalators at each entrance and exit. This means the station isn't just catering for the people travelling on trains, it offers convenience for students, hospital staff, or anyone wanting to visit. When you head down to the platforms via the lifts or escalators, you'll find the modern, safety and comfort-oriented infrastructure throughout. Like Arden, the station uses platform screen doors, improving safety, reducing noise, and assisting with climate control underground.
The next station is State Library.
State Library Station, the northern CBD station on the new network, lies directly under Swanston Street. It connects to the underground Melbourne Central Station via a shared concourse, enabling transfers between new metro tunnel services and existing City Loop trains. Because trams on Swanston Street had to keep operating during construction, engineers chose a mined cavern approach for this station instead of the typical cut and cover method. This allowed them to build the station deep underground, 36 metres below street level, so the new tunnels and platforms pass beneath the existing City Loop tunnels. The station's interior design is impressive. 12-metre high columns support a sweepingly vaulted ceiling above the platforms, giving a grand cathedral-like feeling. The platforms themselves are 19 metres wide, some of the widest underground platforms globally, and can accommodate a 10-car-long train, planned for the network's future growth. Inside the concourse shared with Melbourne Central, you'll find the typical modern amenities: lifts, escalators, shops, wide entrances, exits, improved signage, accessibility features such as hearing aid loops and wheelchair access. Outside the station, the main entrance is on the corner of Swanston and Latrobe Streets, and a second entrance is open on Franklin Street near RMIT, giving access for students and city workers.
The next station is Town Hall.
Town Hall Station is the flagship of the Metro Tunnel. Nestled under Swanston Street, between Collins Street and Flinders Street, the station acts as a major interchange hub for Melbourne, connecting the Metro Tunnel with the existing rail network. The station offers three main entrances. The main one opened at the redesigned City Square at Collins Street, and the other two, at Federation Square and Young and Jackson, are both planned to open in 2026. Once inside, Town Hall reveals a grand concourse with columns shaped like branching tree limbs and sweeping arched ceiling. Lifts and escalators descend to the platforms, and the concourse directly connects to Flinders Street Station via the upgraded subway and Campbell Arcade, allowing for seamless transfers without tapping on or off. On the platform, like State Library, Town Hall features one of the widest metro platforms in the world, at 90 metres wide, built in a triangular design with a curved roof that mirrors State Library, giving it a cathedral-like feel. In terms of amenities and accessibility, Town Hall is built to modern standards, including lifts and escalators to serve all levels, ground indicators to support vision-impaired users, accessible toilets, and the upgrading of the Flinders Street subway with new lifts to improve accessibility.
Now arriving at Anzac.
The final stop before the eastern portal is Anzac Station. It sits beneath St Kilda Road, one of Melbourne's busiest tram corridors. It is Melbourne's first tram-train interchange, allowing passengers to step off a train and walk onto a tram without crossing a single road. The station has three entrances connecting to St Kilda Road, the Shrine of Remembrance, the Royal Botanic Gardens, and the Alfred Hospital, creating a transport hub for commuters, students, and visitors. Above ground, an 85-metre timber canopy provides a striking landmark for the thousands of tram passengers. Inside the concourse, it features public art that adds a visual identity to the space, along with 7 lifts and 11 escalators to efficiently move passengers between street level, the concourse, and the platforms. The concourse also houses ticketing facilities, a 7-Eleven, a large amount of signage, and customer service points, making the station easy to navigate for anyone. The Metro Tunnel is a major win for Melbourne. It fixes the long-standing capacity issues and upgrades the network with world-class signalling and platform screen doors, and brings rail access to areas previously only serviced by trams. Travel times between South Yarra and South Kensington are now 11 minutes, compared to 21 minutes by tram. New walkways and interchanges make it easier for everyone, not just train passengers, to move through the CBD. The Metro Tunnel is more than 5 new stations. It's a project that has forever changed the way Melbourne travels.